Hello, and today I'm going to be talking to you about making Vactrols. What is a Vactrol? Basically, it is a combination of two items. An LED, like this one, and a photoresistor, like this one right here. This is a battery which I use to test my LEDs. So if I don't know which side is positive or negative, I use this battery like so, and it shows me which side is positive. Now, a new LED, like the one that just fell here, has a long leg to show you which side is the positive side. But if you have one that is cut off and you don't know which side it is, or if you don't know if your LED is working, you can use a battery just like this. So, very neat little trick. But anyway, we're going to take this photoresistor, and I'm going to demonstrate with this multimeter by setting the ohms to about 200k range, and we'll test it by putting the positive terminal on one side like so, and the negative terminal on the other side, and with the LED connected to the battery, we'll see how that works. Now if I cover this up with my hand, as I will show you, you'll see that the resistance goes up. So in darkness, the resistance goes up. In a light area, the resistance goes down. And that's a Vactrol combination of the two, a LED and a photoresistor. So here's the LED connected to the photoresistor, and you see as it goes closer, the resistance goes down, and there it drops almost to zero. So when power is applied to the LED, the resistance will fall like a potentiometer. So let's go ahead and make a Vactrol with the two, LED and photoresistor. So these are the bill of materials that you'll need. Heat shrink tubing is about 5 millimeters in diameter, and a little larger one in the background you'll see. A 5 millimeter white LED, a photoresistor which matches in diameter, some electric tape which will cut into thin strips to secure both pieces. You'll need a pair of pliers, wire cutters, maybe an additional pair of pliers, and a lighter for shrinking the heat shrink tubing. The pliers are used to expand the tubing so that it fits easily around both the LED and the photoresistor once they're fastened with the electrical tape. So why build a Vactrol? A Vactrol is a useful item, especially in modular synthesizers, where you can use it to respond to CV signals from an oscillator or an LFO and modulate different other modules and parameters of those modules, like decay or resonance or volume or pitch. Okay, so let's build this Vactrol. We'll start by slicing thin strips of electrical tape, which we will use to fasten the LED to the photoresistor. there's a strip. We spread the legs of the LED, put the strip of electrical tape between the legs, and then we take our photoresistor and match it to the tip of the LED, fastening the electrical tape down in between the legs of the photoresistor and around the outside of the LED. Then we make sure that it's all tight and it's not wobbly or loose. And once we have it set, we then take a second piece of electrical tape and wrap it around the photoresistor and spiral up the outside of the LED. And you can see now it is much thicker than before, so the tubing will have a difficult time going around the outside. And we'll just test it, and you see it doesn't fit, so take the pliers and carefully spread the heat shrink tubing on both sides, trying to get that center piece of the tubing, expand it. Now it may lose its shape, but that's okay, because once we apply heat to it, it will tighten up. And we'll double this up with the larger heat shrink after we're done. So we just need to stretch it, and soon my iPad will crash. And so the iPad crashed, and does that often, but in the meantime, while it was rebooting, I finished the Vactrol, encasing it in the heat shrink. And now we'll test it with the multimeter, and we'll see that once we apply power to the LED, and we're reading now around 210, 211 ohms, whereas earlier it was much higher. I also, while waiting for my iPad to reboot, started making another one, and here it is just with the electrical tape on it, and we'll test this as well without the heat shrink, and you'll see it's reading about the same with the heat shrink, and you can see the light go on right there. We just built the Vactrol, right, and I showed you how that is put together, and the Vactrol is right there on this breadboard, and this is a noise, a percussive noise module, which I've modified from a very simple one. But what I'm going to do is show you how the Vactrol can modulate the decay. This is decay. Right here, that's being modulated by an LFO. Off-camera source. And you hear a little clicking sound. Crosstalk from the circuit. But you heard that. So now with this circuit, and I'm going to give you a demonstration. I've modified it. We have level and tone control, and right now I think it's in the level mode, and this is both. And this switch here controls an interesting little effect, which we can change the quality of the sound with this potentiometer. The idea is to have a Vactrol on this one so that another TV, another pulse can control the amount of that. And another Vactrol on the tone control.